Grownish read me for filth tonight. And I really don't know how to take it. What up, loves? It's Naturally BNicki, and welcome back to my channel. Now that you're here, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe for all the latest tea I drop. All right, and if you really want to get into it, be sure to visit my website, naturallybnicki.com. I do appreciate you. Y'all, this very well may be the best grownish episode yet. Y'all, when I say this episode snatched every bit of my edges, I mean it. I mean it. The message tonight was sensational, impeccable. I mean, undeniable. I feel like this was the most accurate depiction of college life that I have ever seen on screen. Grownish, you killed it tonight. The talk about what makes a genius and what doesn't, that whole debate, it was cute. It was cute, real cute. I enjoyed it. But let's not act like that back and forth between Jazz and Zoe at the end of the episode did not take the cake tonight. Okay, let's not do that. But y'all, before I get into that highlight, can we take it back to when Jazz and Zoe was on that patio together? And Jazz over here claiming that she's over the situation from last week, but proceeds to take Zoe's drink and spit in it. I'm not even the fighting type, but me and her would have had to get it cracking on that patio. I told you I wasn't finished with that drink, and you gonna sit here and say, I know. Oh, girl, we would have had to duke it out, okay? It would have had to turn into Bad Girls Club real quick. Anytime you gotta spit, it's a problem, bro. It's a problem. New York taught us that, okay? Y'all ain't seen Flavor of Love? Let's not forget. Let's not forget. We're not gonna do that, Jazz. We're not gonna do that. Jazz literally read Zoe for filth. She called her out on everything, okay? I got my notes because I can't miss it, okay? She said Zoe is so self-involved. She makes everything such a big deal. And you out here letting other people's opinions dictate how you feel about yourself. Y'all, that line right there, that is what snatched every little bit of edges that was left on my scalp. Whew. I felt that on a spiritual level. Y'all, I finally get it. I finally get why I get so irritated with Zoe. I get why she irks me so much. You want to know why? I'm going to tell y'all anyway. Because she reminds me so much of myself. Still to this day, but especially in college, the self-doubt, the second guessing, the overthinking, the constant perfectionism, and constantly relying on other people's opinions to validate her and my own existence. I see so much of that. I've been there, and I still struggle with that till this day. To this day. To this day, okay? I still struggle with that. But you know what? It takes real friends like Jazz. Real friends are going to check you when you need to hear it the most. They are going to get you together. They're going to tell you the things that you might not always want to hear, but you need to hear it. Those are real friends. And at the end of the day, no matter how extra Jazz was being that entire episode and that moment, I saw a real friend in Jazz. And Zoe needed that. Self-growth is not easy. It's not an easy pill to swallow. It's not pretty. I think Grownish did an amazing job of touching on the idea of passion and purpose. You know, Zoe realized after getting read by Jazz that her heart really was not invested in fashion design like Jazz was invested in track. Zoe didn't have that same energy. She didn't have that same love for fashion design. So obviously, fashion design is not her passion. And your passion, to me, is your purpose. It wasn't her purpose. And you see that because Zoe decided to drop the course altogether. And I'm going to sit here and say I am extremely proud of Zoe for doing that. That was a big step in terms of her personal self-growth. as a young woman and as an individual. I feel like Grownish is going in a direction of Zoe switching her major. And if they do, I am beyond here for it, because so often I feel like switching majors and switching paths and like just completely just going a different route is often so looked down upon, when it's really such a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful thing if you let it. You know, everybody has a passion, which to me is their purpose. And once you find it, it doesn't matter when, as long as you do. As long as you do. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. So I am extremely excited for Zoe, and I'm excited to see what she ends up tapping into. And let's give Doug his credit too, okay? Talking about Black folks and how we are the culture, okay? We are the culture. We innovate, not appropriate. Can you hear me? Say it a little louder for the people in the back. Come on. That was beautiful. Y'all, that's all I got on this episode, okay? But I'm curious to hear from y'all, okay? What's your definition of a genius? And what are your thoughts on tonight's episode overall? Like, let's get into it. Let's keep the conversation going. Okay, I'm pressed. Let me know, and I'm gonna see y'all next video.